everyone, and welcome to Tabor Talk. I'm not going to say this is your host, Michael Tabor, because it's just me and my camera. I was actually playing off, I listened to Sean Carroll, and I could do his voice good. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Mindscape Let me try it again. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Mindscape Podcast. I'm your host, Sean Carroll. So I was kind of goofing around, saying, hello, everyone, welcome to Tabor Talk. I'm your host, Michael Tabor. So I'm just going to say, welcome to Tabor Talk. All right, so I did a interesting video on synchronicity and coincidence, and I got some really excellent comments. Very intelligent, thoughtful, thought-provoking, insightful comments. By the way, this is the book. I went downstairs and pulled it out. The Colin Wilson book I was talking about. Big, fat one. On the Occult. You can't even really see it. The lighting's terrible too, so that's why it's a little grainy. Never mind. It doesn't matter. So anyway, I'm just going to go through some of these comments and talk about them and elaborate a little bit more about this. So this person who's been on this channel before says, I've gone deep into spirituality in the last year, and within it there are things that I'm discovering that touch on weird anomalies like coincidence. I don't actually believe in coincidence, but rather think that the mental energy we put out, and maybe the universe as well, draw things in our field of awareness, creating what seems to be conscious. Excuse my reading. I took out my contact. I only got one in, and it's like... So, yeah, totally. I love that comment. Here's another thing. This person says that he believes in synchronicity and coincidence, and this makes perfect sense. And I'm going to... here we go. And I'll just talk about something. I'll give you my thoughts on this comment here. So it says, seems to be there are three things. Some is our psychology finding patterns. Some is natural coincidence. And something odd is connected with time/events, where there is a sticky gravity-like attraction. I call it self-similar, scale invariant, even fractals. Similar to the fractal properties of nature. That's an amazing comment, and I put a love because I love that. He says it's always random though, no inherent structure, etc., like quantum fluctuations. And here's another one who's into the Bhagavad Gita. So just really interesting, good comments. Now, okay, so elaborating here on the three things, right? Finding patterns, natural coincidence, and then this sort of sticky gravity-like attraction. Okay, so I was thinking back when I was in college, and my psychology teacher, actually my developmental psych class, and he was talking about this sort of thing, like actually pattern recognition. So he said when he was an undergraduate, he took a course on geology. And after a couple of weeks, he would be walking around on campus or anywhere, and he'd say, holy fuck, who put these rocks here? He was recognizing these things. So he learned something, and then boom, he saw it everywhere. There's also a great movie, Pi. It's black and white. It's really awesome. And his teacher, this young man's teacher, is obsessed with pi, the formula and all this, and he said because you're obsessing with it, it's in your brain and you're seeing it everywhere. Kind of the same thing. So what this person said, his name is Joshua Carey, by the way, is that we find patterns totally, because now I know it, and I'm kind of seeing whether consciously or my subconscious, I'm seeing this. So there's a little bit of that. But what happened to me is this sort of coincident. You know, I was reading the Bhagavad Gita, and then I stopped and I turned on a podcast, and this guy was talking about it. Had nothing to do with this. It was just a weird coincidence. Go back to my other video if you haven't seen it. All right. So there you go. What do you think? Good friends, good books, and a sleepy conscience. Peace, love, and understanding here on Tabor Talk.